Hi there everybody, my name is Xadia, and welcome to another entry in my Devlog series detailing progress for my The Dragon Prince fan game, Project Xadia. In this episode, if you know what this program is, then you know that this is a music composition episode. This is Fruity Loops 12, otherwise known as FL Studio 12. This is what I use to do my music composition for video games and other things, freelance or what have you. And I got a small little melodic idea that I whistled into my phone a few days ago, and I started trying to flesh it out, and this is the result so far. So that last part was skeletal. I was just dropping in a potential continuation, and if you are a big The Dragon Prince fan, you might recognize that as the Silver Grove theme / Because She's Rayla. I think that might work there. I've been trying to figure out where to use that theme for a while now. I've only composed like 2 or 3 pieces of music for this game so far, but I know that Because She's Rayla needs to be in there at least once. So this seems like the tone of this tune kind of takes a turn from very happy and whimsical to more serious and epic there in the middle section. And also, it unintentionally kind of started to sound a lot like the, if you've played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the Swamp theme, when you're like playing as Fox and Falco, and I think Diddy Kong is with you. That's one of the more gorgeous melodies like that I've ever heard in a video game that I've played. I guess it just sort of came out of my soul there. I feel like this Silver Grove theme is going to take it back into a more happy and loving direction. So that is this so far. So I think the plan here is to record this in chunks and show you a bit of the composition process. This can get pretty lengthy, and there will be periods of time where I just have to really focus. Maybe something I'll show you first is fleshing out this section a little bit, because as I mentioned, that's very skeletal. It's basically just the bass and the melody. This part here. You hear this throughout this entire tune, and this isn't from anything in the show, but you have heard this several times before if you've listened to my other music for Project Xadia. And this is how you find out if you are a Xadia superfan, because if you know what this is from, then you've been following me closely, and I feel like I should like give you money or something if you know what this is from. But yeah, if you can't guess, I'll bring it up. So maybe it's ringing a bell now. So yeah, I'm also working out how to bridge themes and motifs between tunes that are Project Xadia exclusive to give the music in this game a cohesive feel, even if I'm not strictly using themes from the show. So that's the beginnings of that. Anyway, we're getting a bit long-winded already, so I'm going to think about how to flesh out this part here a little bit. Maybe there could be like a little waltz thing happening with the mallet instrument here. Yeah, so that sort of introduces the idea that this is a dance and it's going to start progressing into a dance-like feel. And this part here, that's just begging for a counter melody. I need to put something in here. Let's see, what instrument should it be? Yeah, I feel like the saw might be a good choice. That's along the lines of what I want. Now I think the only other thing that it needs really is percussion there. And this is the hardest part. This is the most involved part of pretty much all of my songs. I wasn't going to have a bunch of percussion with this one. Originally this was going to be like a cave theme that's really atmospheric and ambient, but it turned into a much more melodic and structured sort of tune. And then, of course, it ended up having a ton of percussion that kind of forms the heartbeat. And so I need to give this section the heartbeat. Maybe I'll just have this hat here kind of reinforce the waltz rhythm that's happening with the mallet instrument. Okay, that's a decent start with the kick and the clap and the hat, so I'll just go ahead and copy that through for the first 4 bars. And to clarify that statement, I'm thinking of this tune as being in the time signature of 6/4. I never really adjust my FL Studio projects to match the intended time signatures in terms of the layout, so maybe I'm making things a lot harder myself by doing that during the composing process, but it ends up working out in the end. There are a ton of things I have not learned about this program, even though I've been using it for 5+ years now. A lot of really basic things that I just have never learned. So it's a work in progress, as is everything. Okay, so that's a good start there. I won't get too carried away here because I want to progress and create an entirely new section for you guys. And that is going to evolve the Silver Grove theme and begin to take it into the more happy-go-lucky direction. And this is when the dance aspect is going to really take over. And I didn't really know where to take this tune until about an hour ago as I was getting ready to set up this Devlog recording. And I just kind of was like, what if I threw in the Silver Grove theme here? And then this structure kind of started to form in my mind of how it's going to turn into the dance. And I got excited, so hopefully it turns out okay. But first I need to go over to YouTube here and get a better sense of what the Silver Grove theme actually sounds like and where it leads and everything, and then form a basis for how I'm going to set it up in this tune. So 1 second.